afternoon, people. How are you doing today? I hope that you're having a fantastic Saturday. I am having a long one, but I am here bringing you the news. So if you can, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. So let's just dive right on into the news today. And as our first article will show, it is Bitcoin Pizza Day. That's right. It's been 11 years since the first Bitcoin was purchased. The first pizza was purchased with Bitcoin. Took the real object and made it real. So let's just go into the article. Lots of ones, but this has nothing to do with that. But in this article, Domino's franchise now offers part of salary in Bitcoin. Woo! Look at that, Domino's getting into the crypto world, paying their employees. So a quick take, Mensis, which owns and operates 16 Domino's pizza stores in the Netherlands, is now offering its staff part of their salary in Bitcoin. Mensis wants to motivate its young staff, mostly school-going, to get familiar with the financial world. Co-owner Jonathan Gurevich told The Block. Mensis Group, which owns and operates 16 Domino pizza stores in the Netherlands, is now offering its staff part of their salary in Bitcoin. Announcing the news on Bitcoin Pizza Day, Mensis said its employees can partly get paid in Bitcoin, partly because, according to Dutch laws, the minimum wage must be in euros. More than 1,000 people will get exposure to the Bitcoin. Mensis Group co-owner Jonathan Gurevich told The Block, part of these work for us, 16 Domino's pizza stores and some restaurants, and part of these people work for our payroll companies, said Gurevich. Mensis wants to motivate its young staff, mostly school-going, to get familiar with the financial world. With this initiative, Gurevich told The Block, the company also intends to retain and attract new staff, he said. Mensis has partnered with Dutch crypto broker BTC Direct for the effort, meaning BTC Direct will convert euros into Bitcoin for Mensis staff. Way to go. The Bitcoin payment method is optional for eligible staff, Gurevich said. That even if some employees learn about personal money management, we would already achieve something very important. Bitcoin's transaction cost will be borne by Mensis itself, said Gurevich. Since salaries only above a minimum wage would be qualified for Bitcoin payments, those amount would be negligible. For someone who worked like 9 hours per week, they would be able to put at least €5 per month into Bitcoin. Gurevich told The Block, on average, people would be able to put $5 to $250 into Bitcoin from their salaries, he said. Bitcoin Direct also pays its employees as part of their salaries in Bitcoin for the last 3 years. The firm's current headcount is 80, and almost everybody has opted for the Bitcoin payment option. BTC Direct marketing manager Toon Schraven told The Block, besides Mensis, BTC Direct is looking to work with more companies for the Bitcoin salary option. Schraven said BTC Direct is closing some partnerships with a couple of major salary infrastructure companies, but declined to name those firms as the deals are under process. May 22nd marks Bitcoin Pizza Day because 11 years ago on this day, Bitcoin was used as a form of payment for the first time. A developer named Laszlo Hanyeks had bought 2 Papa John pizzas with 10,000 Bitcoin on May 22nd, 2010. Those Bitcoins are worth now more than $385 million at the time of this writing. So crazy. Like Bitcoin, if you held on to Bitcoin then, you'd be a millionaire. But what's to stop you guys from getting Bitcoin now? The Netherlands and the Dutch have an idea about it. They know where the future is going. So they want to educate their youngins, their kids in high schools, teach them about the crypto world, because they're going to be the next ones to adopt the financial system that they are given. So they get to choose. Continue with the dying one, or let's move to a digital future. All right, let's move on. Ooh, the world's chess champions compete for Bitcoin in FTX Cup. Woo! Yay! Bitcoin is just being adopted everywhere, and now it's a prize for chess players. None up in there in heaven. Oh man, if you could have seen me playing chess to win some Bitcoin. I can never be my grandfather. He was too good. Love and miss him every day. But yeah, let's read this article for people winning the chance to win Bitcoin. Woo! Okay. So there's a 2.18 Bitcoin up for grabs at the end of the 9-day chess tournament. In brief, the top chess player will compete for $2.18 billion and a cash prize of $220,000. Okay, so is that combination? Because I would totally just take the $220,000 and buy Bitcoin itself, because we have a nice sell. So if you get the cash prize, you can pretty much buy yourself. What is the price right now of Bitcoin? Sorry guys, I'm gonna go over really fast. 37,665. Okay. Yeah, basically, if you get the cash prize, you can buy yourself 5 to 6, hell, even 7 Bitcoin. So it's crazy, yeah. But hey, let's win 2.18. Yeah, but let's read the article. The world's top chess players will compete to win 2.18 Bitcoin, $83,840 in today's price. This week at a tournament sponsored by cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Tomorrow, in the first match of the 9-day-long FTX Crypto Cup, Magnus Carlsen will defend his world championship title against his longtime rival, Ian, I'm sorry for this, Nippon Niachati. Carlsen will also face off 15 of the world's best chess players. The FTX Cup is a part of the wider Meltwater Champions Chess Tour 2021, which began in November 2020 and runs for 10 months. Ooh, that's a long tournament. There is a total prize money pool of $1.5 million. Sam Bankman-Fried, CEO of FTX, told Reuters that the chess demographic overlaps a fair bit with the cryptocurrency demographic. As both crypto and chess attract young, tech-friendly math lovers, here's a tweet by Reuters, the FTX group, and giving, I would play this, but I'm not sure how the streaming would handle it, so let's not deal with that. But the intense games of chess won't be the only thing to keep an eye on during the FTX Cup. The crypto exchange will also broadcast the Bitcoin price, which moves far quicker than a chess game. FTX bought 2.1825 Bitcoin on Monday, which was worth around $100,000 at the time. It's currently worth $83,840,000 and will likely change by the end of the cup. There's also a cash prize of $220,000, which is unlikely to deviate in value by quite as much. Yes, like I said, sure. Like they said it right here. Yeah, the price changes, and it'll definitely change longer than the tournament itself. So we don't know where Bitcoin can be at the end of this tournament. This 2.1 could be higher than this 220 cash prize. We'll see. The market's very volatile. So, yeah. All right, let's continue with the article. The FTX Crypto Cup will be broadcasting online as well as on TV channels, TV2 and Eurosport. But for those who dig crypto more intensely than chess, there's an alternative on May 18th. Chess.com announced that crypto exchange Coinbase had sponsored its own chess tournament. But unlike the FTX Crypto Cup, which features chess experts, Coinbase's tournament will feature crypto experts confirmed participants including Bitcoin hype man Anthony Pompliano, Civic and Silicon Cape founder Vinny Lingham, and the former rapper and crypto investor Logic. Chess.com's tournament will take place between June 12th and June 13th. The winner sends $25,000 to a charity of their choosing. So kudos. No matter what happens, then somebody will benefit. Some lucky charity. Hopefully something good. But yeah, that's the World Chess Tournament. Bitcoin's being adopted, people. Get it while you still can. All right, let's move on to our next article. Ethereum whale transactions above 100K peaked to January 2018 levels. Ethereum transactions above $100,000 have reached levels last seen January 2018. Ethereum has lost above 50% of its gains since setting all-time highs mid this month. The increment of whale transactions, coupled with a rapid sell-off, indicative of a potential top for Ethereum. Ethereum's correlation to Bitcoin has started to increase once again. The number of Ethereum whale transactions above 100,000 has seen a rapid increment in the last few days and peaked to levels last seen January 2018, right after Ethereum set an all-time high for the season of 1440. This is according to observations made by the team at Sentiment, who shared their analysis through the following statement and accompanying chart. The amount of Ethereum whale transactions greater than 100,000 value ballooned to levels not seen since January 2018 this week. After hitting an all-time high of $4,358 just 9 days ago, Ethereum dropped to $2,015, a 53.8% slide in just 1 week. but that just shows how volatile the market is. But Ethereum could have topped at 4,372. Can it? The analyst by Sanamic goes on to point out that Ethereum has lost over 50% of its gains since an all-time high of 4,372 on May 12th. To note is that Ethereum went through a similar fate in January 2018 after setting the aforementioned all-time high of the bull season of 1440. What happened back then is that Ethereum printed double top pattern before dipping by 47.5% to $755. The chart below further highlights the price action back in January 2018. So here's the market 2018 where we reached a peak of 1440 and then dipped to 755. Ethereum correlation to Bitcoin increases though. The probability of Ethereum's having topped out at 4372 has also increased based on the fact that Ethereum's correlation to Bitcoin is once again rising, as seen in the following chart, courtesy of Coin Metrics. Okay, cool. So BTC to Ethereum, it's all red. Okay, I got it. An increased correlation between Ethereum and Bitcoin means that where BTC goes, Ethereum will follow. This relationship between the two digital assets has been best exemplified through the volatility of the last week, when Bitcoin dropped from 41K to 30K on Wednesday and from 41K to 33,488. Earlier today, during the same time period, Ethereum dropped from 3,400 to 1888 on Wednesday and from 2990 to 2100 earlier today. Therefore, if Bitcoin has entered a bear market, Ethereum will most also enter a bear market, and 4372 will definitely be the top. But yeah, so that's this news article's description of Ethereum mixed with Bitcoin. Like, where can it go? Where can it head? Nobody knows. Nobody has a crystal ball, but following these charts, it runs similar patterns to Bitcoin. And we're seeing similar charts to 2018. So that's all we really can go off of. Go off the data we get presented to us, and we can come up with our own conclusions of if we want to invest, keep our money in, or do whatever. So it's our money, it's your money. We're adults, we can do what we please with spending. All right, let's continue on because there is lots of articles today for a Saturday. I'm trying to get as much in as I can before Sunday. Love Sundays. It's a day off. There will be no videos, so good luck without getting the crypto news. Just kidding. I will definitely be here Monday, though, to bring you all the news that I missed on Sunday. Okay, so let's continue on with Cardano hitting that number 4 spot. Woo! All right, so Cardano ADA claims 4th spot as Binance coin slips. This article is by Ryan James. We're in on the 22nd of May. So let's see. In brief, ADA has piped BNB to the 4th spot behind USDT. Recent developments on the Cardano blockchain have seen its popularity rise. ADA hit a new all-time high this week of $2.45. Not bad. It has places to go. Let's see. So ADA has managed to leapfrog BNB, aka Binance, following a difficult week for altcoins. The recent Bitcoin price drop has seen the entire market slump. Bitcoin plunged to a 16-week low as it touched 30,000 this week, dragging altcoins down with it. Bitcoin's price drop has been attributed to news out of China, with the country announcing that it will be cracking down on Bitcoin miners in order to protect the country's financial system and focus on reducing carbon emissions. Very true. I believe that's our article we get to close with, so let's look forward to that later. But China's restrictions hurt the crypto price. China also announced that it would be prohibiting financial institutions from using crypto services going forward. The news has had a negative effect on the market, with altcoins taking the brunt of the sell-off, while BNB and ADA both saw sharp declines in the price. And came out on top, has now taken the 4th spot ahead of BNB Tether and has moved back in 3rd place as stablecoins to mint new USD. Oh, 2 followers. Someone removed their message, but Tuche! Haha, co-worker from my other job, which isn't this. But haha, shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying your day off, big boy. All right, let's continue on with Cardano, people. You're here for the news. So Cardano developments continue. Cardano has seen a flurry of announcements this month. Most recently, Canada-based crypto company iMining announced that it would be launching Cardano staking. Cardano also announced its new ERC20 converter that is set to release soon. The move looks to offer a viable alternative to Ethereum network. The project has seen its popularity climb as the price of ADA hit an all-time high this week. ADA hit 245 according to CoinGecko. Graph Blockchain has also recently praised Cardano following its price surge. CEO and Graph Blockchain Paul Haber commended the project's growth, saying, "We believe strong in Cardano and its token ADA. Their developers and community, the proof of stake approach that Cardano has implemented is a future of crypto ecosystem and solve a number of problems with proof of work consensus algorithms, including the environmental issue that has received so much attention as of late. Cardano will no doubt be a long-term contributor to the crypto space, and this new all-time high is well deserved. We are proud to have Cardano on the list project that we own and support." Okay, cool. Yeah, so Cardano, that's actually great news. I know they've been working on their stuff. There's inside talk and everything about like them coming out with their like NFTs, because right now we can only make like an altcoin like through it, which is an ERC20 token, but Binance has their own. So that's what was quite interesting. Where if you didn't want to use Ethereum, you could have used Binance to have their BNB 20 token. But what did they say about this one again with the ADA? I know they were working on smart contracts, so you can do that. So it's going to be like it. I wonder what it's going to be called. It also announced its new ERC20 converter. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So that's what the article was. So it announces its new ERC20 converter set to release soon. The move looks like it offers alternate. Okay, so they're going to make it switch. If you have a coin Ethereum, you can fork over and start your new one on here. People, if you want to make a coin, go for it. I think I won't be in the works with my brother-in-law and trying to make a fun one. That's also helpful as well. But it's a time. If you can get knowledge, like build it. It's not that hard. And just do your research. Build a business out of the crypto world. This is a huge opportunity to get in. So yeah, just do it, people. Do it. And almost move to the next article. Before we move to that one, let me just shoot my guy a text. Hey, big boy. Oh, that was so funny. You see that in the live comments? Okay, so let's continue with this article right here. Bam. This one has to do with Tesla's rival. Apparently he doesn't want to get involved. But yeah, so Tesla's rival, Fisker, won't invest in Bitcoin, says CEO. I don't really care. We don't need more rich guys going off on Twitter, causing even more FUD in the environment. But let's just see what Fisker has to say in this article. By citing environmental issues, the CEO of the electric vehicle company Fisker said it has no plans to buy or allow payments with Bitcoin. Tesla's electric vehicle competitor, Fisker Automotive, has no plans to interact with Bitcoin and said the company's CEO, Henrik Fisker, during a recent interview. The executive also touched upon the growing environmental concerns and called BTC not a sustainable solution. Fisker won't get involved with Bitcoin, although Tesla and its CEO Elon Musk caused massive turbulence in the markets most recently. The electric vehicle maker is actually one of the largest BTC holders. Earlier this year, the firm filed a document with the SEC showing it had purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in January. Since then, Tesla has made the news with each BTC interaction, which raised questions among other companies. If they will look into following the example, one of the largest Tesla competitors, Fisker Automotive, however, has no such plans. The co-founder and CEO Henrik Fisker recently refuted any assumptions that his firm could buy or enable Bitcoin payments. Furthermore, he didn't seem concerned with any changes in terms of the most utilized global currency. Here he goes. Look at that face. He almost looks like a little Trump, younger Trump. I don't think anybody can foresee what the currency is going to be in 5 years. At this point, I'm not really bothered by what the currency is. Rich guy issues, right? But energy consumption is an issue. Interestingly, Fisker actually joined Tesla in the reasoning why they plan to steer clear from the Bitcoin As it became painfully known by now, Musk's company said it will cease receiving BTC transfers for its projects due to environmental issues. Later on, the billionaire argued that most of the Bitcoin mining comes from the fossil fuels, which has been debunked numerous times in the past. Nevertheless, Fisker's executive said, "I just don't think it's a sustainable solution. It's not environmentally friendly, and we do not need that." Well, that's up to you, man. But we do got that proof of staking out there. Cardano's working on in the last article. So there's definitely a much carbon-based, just carbon better footprinting. So I can't get my wording right on that one. But yeah, so well, as if you don't want to get into it, that just means you're missing out that much longer until you're forced into the the new system. So let us move on, because we got more Bitcoin news. Bitcoin is 100% functional since 2013, emerges as an extremely stable financial system. Woo, that's a nice little article to read. It seems that Bitcoin is an extremely stable financial system, as highlighted by the cryptocurrencies network that has maintained 100% functionality since 2013. Since the network went live on January 3rd, 2009, it has maintained an uptime of 99.98%, experiencing only 2 downtimes. Estimates provided by the cryptocurrency data website by Bitcoin Worldwide indicate that as May 22nd, 2021, Bitcoin was last down 2,994 days ago. So yeah, that's quite a long time. Woo. 99.9. That is a huge percentile. Way to go, Bitcoin. You're the future. That's what I believe. Do your research, people, if you want to believe it too. Okay, so the first downtime was recorded in 2010 following a value overflow incident, where 2 Bitcoin addresses were erroneously allocated. 92. I gotta go back to this. What is that word? I just butchered it too bad. So, okay, let's just start all over with this paragraph. The first downtime was recorded in 2010 following a value overflow incident where 2 Bitcoin addresses were erroneously allocated 92.2 billion coins. As a result, the blockchain suffered an 8-hour, 27-minute downtime. Following the downtime, a minor network update resolved the faulty transactions. In 2013, the second downtime, the network went down for 6 hours and 20 minutes after some miners rejected a block. The miners were operating a different version of the Bitcoin client. However, the network went back online after miners recognized themselves onto the same client. Bitcoin uptime sustainably has come even during significant market rallies, characterized by high traffic on the network, with investors aiming to capitalize on the asset's gains. Furthermore, during moments of high market volatility, the Bitcoin network has also remained stable. Interestingly, in such cases, only cryptocurrency exchanges have shown fragility recording downtimes. The uptime sustainability adds weight to the Bitcoin proponents' views that the asset's network will eventually replace the traditional financial system to become the ideal currency. That's right. Notably, the dollar has reportedly been worthless due to the hyperinflation between 1781 and 1785. Bitcoin's finite supply means that the value might surge further, while continued printing of the dollar is devaluing the currency. Yes, people, you need to understand this. This is a great article. The Bitcoin network has a high security framework due to its distributed infrastructure. Although improvements have been made over the years, traditional finance networks are susceptible to the security issues. Due to centralization and reliance on intermediaries, the system is prone to hacks. However, some traditional finance players are incorporating Bitcoin technology to streamline operations. Woo! That is a great article, yeah. So it just proves of what like Bitcoin's been doing, just shows where a dollar has been going. It's like, come on. You open your eyes, people. Like, we're seeing the dollar being printed like crazy during this COVID time. Housing prices are still going up for some reason since the last 2008 crash. And people are still unemployed and not working. Something's got to give. I don't think it's going to be Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's going to be the savior. But do your research on money, people. Learn about it. What's backing it? How does it move? Is it really an energy? You find out. Let's move on. Who gets the crypto divorce? This article. Oh man, this article, right? Who gets the crypto divorce takes new turn in Bitcoin era. Ooh, we just got juicy. Yes, we did. Oh man, I gotta take a little screenshot of this when I get there. Oh no. Sorry, people. Sorry, people. No, I missed it. I missed it. I was going to take a screenshot on my phone to get a nice thumbnail with that. But yes, currencies are getting more strict. Why did I say cryptocurrencies are getting more strict? Divorce attorneys are getting more wise, and the women who are looking for money are finding their spouse's Bitcoin that they were trying to hide from him. So yeah, cryptocurrency divorce lawyers can get you. Just please don't keep your money on exchanges or nothing. Get a non-custodial wallet. Get a hardware wallet. Easier to hide. No more keeping your money in Swiss bank accounts or nothing to hide your money from a divorce. But let's read this article, what these ladies are trying to get to when they know their husband makes a lot of money, but on paper, it looks like they're dirt poor. So let's read this article. When a couple gets divorced, spouses are supposed to divide up the assets, but some choose to hide them instead. Asset hiding is an age-old problem, but lately it's taken on a new twist as spouses, typically husbands, try to dodge divorce bills by stashing money in secret cryptocurrency wallets. Well, no, duh, people. Mostly the husbands have to protect their money because husbands are the one that gets screwed over the most in American marriages. It's usually the wife who gets half of his earnings and he starts off from scratch, loses his house. So sorry, husbands, you should have chose your wife better, did your research on them better. But okay, yeah. Sorry. But yeah, let's continue. It's a problem that Sandra Radna knows well. The Long Island divorce attorney is currently representing several clients whose one rich partner are inexplicably pleading poverty. Doesn't surprise me. It's a lady attorney going after the men. I wonder why, because she feels for her fellow ladies. Stick strong. We gotta get those men's money. I'm sorry. It's too much of my personality. Let me just give you the news. It's a problem that Sandra, the Long Island divorce attorney, is currently representing several clients whose once rich partners are inexplicably bleeding poverty. Because most rich people keep their money in their businesses. Rich people don't own nothing. Their businesses pay for everything, and if someone tries to get their money from them, there's either trust or securities where you can't get their money from them. I don't know where it goes into play when it comes to divorce cases of how you dividend that. That's up to an actual attorney. I'm no attorney. I'm just a stockport and a guy who gives you the crypto news daily. But yes, let's just continue on. In one case, the husband was a high wager earner who made over $1 million as an investment manager, but claimed all he had was a retirement account with $200,000. The wife knew he had assets, but didn't know where they were, says Radna. The missing money, it turned out, was parked in crypto accounts, which Radna was able to find it by means of forensic investigation and court orders. Her success in tracking down the funds is notable because it reflects how the legal accounting professions are getting wise to crypto. That's right. And even crypto holders should get wise with these people getting wise. They know if you keep your money with an exchange, they can find you. Exchanges are in deals with the banks. They got to report their earnings to the IRS. So it's wise to not keep your money on exchange. If you have it on a non-custodial wallet, that makes it a lot harder to find. They'll be able to track each of the transactions and see where the money's been coming from. But when they find out the money is on a hardware wallet, the next thing is, well, where did he keep it? Where did he hide it? A hardware wallet. Oh man, I was giving you guys protection. A hardware wallet is literally like something this tiny, and maybe this. Okay, yeah, maybe about this big. So this big is your hard wallet. It's a little plastic device which keeps your cryptocurrency safe and off the internet. So if you want to keep your money protected from these money-hungry ladies, then get yourself a treasure wallet. That is what I use. Sure, there's a hack on there. If someone gets their hands on it, they can get their money within 15 minutes. But that's why you gotta be wise. Put it in a safe. Keep it hidden. Make sure it's not easily found or accessible. You're in charge of your money, people. All right, this article is just getting me. I'm sorry. I can just keep going and going, but it's like Let's try to finish it. A big reason for this is people like Mark DeMichael, a forensic specialist with the accounting firm Citron. Superman DeMichael helps companies root out fraud, but also helps divorce lawyers locate assets in the past. He says greedy spouses hid their money in Swiss bank accounts or even secret piles of cash. But as crypto grew in popularity, more have turned to a digital wallet instead, not least because they can whisk away money without even leaving their home. But while crypto transactions can be highly anonymous, DeMichael says many would-be divorce cheats fail to take the steps required to cover their tracks. Instead, they will use a service like Coinbase, which must record customers' identities to comply with federal banking laws and must respond to our court-ordered subpoenas. See, exchanges like Coinbase. But sure, you may be going, what about not U.S. exchanges? This article will explain that as well. Even spouses who take more to conceal their crypto transactions are not in the clear. According to Radna, the Long Island divorce lawyer, she has obtained court orders in order to seize computers and conduct forensic audits to search for crypto-related activity, including for mentions of privacy-centered currencies like Dash or Monero. Meanwhile, DeMichael says he has built his own software to parse various blockchains, meaning that discovering even a single transaction can be enough to locate a spouse's hidden crypto fortune. As long as you have a wallet address, you have somewhere to start, says DeMichael, adding that he advises spouses who are still in the marital home to be on the lookout for hardware wallets or paper wallets containing Bitcoin keys that might be lying around the house. So these are for the dumb people who keep their cryptocurrencies just lying around the house. They didn't understand my rules, which rule 1, if you go into my video of rules for starting cryptocurrency, rule 1 is you're in full control of your cryptocurrencies and you're responsible for the security behind it. So if someone gets your seed phrase or your hardware wallet, that's on you, buddy. You can't call anybody. You can't blame nobody. So don't be dumb and keep them lying around. Lock them in a safe, hide them. Never keep them with a bank. You're in control. Don't put them in a bank safe because that means they got control of your money. Oh, man. But yeah, be smart. So let's continue. It's almost done. He adds, though that it will not always be possible to trace crypto assets, especially if a spouse has managed to move them directly to an overseas exchange, such as Binance, which typically ignores US subpoenas. They usually do, but again, you don't want to use like an overseas Binance. Like you would still have to report them with your taxes because they're an exchange. Report your taxes, people. Don't try to hide from them. Like if you use these companies or services, they report everything to the federal law or the federal courts of all financial transactions that happen. So if you use just a hard wallet and DeFi exchanges, which don't give out 1099 forms or are in contact with the US at all, yeah, you're great. But yeah, just be smart. But as we closes this, not everyone so careful. However, DeMichael, who says he's received more than 24 calls about tracing crypto in divorce cases, notes that husbands' assets hiding schemes can come undone because they can't help to know about their activities. Woo! Alrighty, that was. Oh, it's not even done. Oh, people, if you want to read this article, go for it. I am done spending time on it. I am not one for marriage at the moment right now. That's just me. I like my single life. I like working on myself. I like starting my business. I like hanging out with my friends. I like spending time with my dogs. So that's why I'm not into the marriage. And I've heard bad stories about divorces and everything. So yeah, kind of turned off about it. But who knows what the future holds for good old Paul Bucci. Okay, let's finish. We got 3 more articles. Let's see. Bitcoin could be better store value dollar, says Singapore largest bank. No does. We heard in tons of other articles out there that the US is printing money. Inflation keeps happening. You want to make sure your money's safe, and Bitcoin is definitely seems the safer bet in my eyes. If you want to try it else, go for it. But to me, I'm putting my faith in Bitcoin. Singapore's largest banks, DBS, may favor Bitcoin over the US dollar as a store of value. The chief investor at DBS recently published a note to investors which makes a case for Bitcoin as a more effective store of value asset than US-based. DBS argues that as a global central bank continue to grow to inject supplies of fiat into the economy, Bitcoin could offer an alternative for investors who do not wish to be at the whim of the dollar debasement. Let's see what the equivalent. Yep, so he just goes on like we've been saying, like the dollar keeps getting printed, inflation's going higher, and people are going to look for other ways than the US dollar to keep their money safe because the value is going down. And yeah, that is that article. If you want to read it, check out the Daily Hodl. All right. Ooh, here's a good one by Michael Saylor. Bitcoin's volatility is a price you pay for outperforming the S&P by 10 times, Michael Saylor says. So volatility could be scary for some BTC investors, but it's a price to pay for overperforming the S&P index 10 times over a decade, says MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor. He also described Elon Musk as enthusiastic about the Bitcoin space following the latest criticism from Tesla CEO. Speaking on the enhanced volatility that Bitcoin faced in the past week or so, Saylor joined others indicating that such dramatic fluctuations could be expected to some extent in the crypto market. However, he believes this is just a small price to pay for investors who want to realize maximum gains. The volatility is a price you pay for it to be 10 times outperforming the S&P index for a decade and be outperforming NASDAQ and the S&P by a factor of 8 in the last 12 months. He also compared this week's massive crash to similar developments that transpired on Black Thursday in 2020 when BTC lost about 50% of its value in a day. Apart from the substantial price difference between now and then, though, he outlined a vastly greater trading volume on exchanges like Binance as a catalyst showing that Bitcoin is coming to life. Saylor also received a question regarding the controversial theories if Elon Musk triggered the sell-off in the market as previously reported. Musk's EV giant Tesla disabled BTC payments for its product, which calls an imminent price retracement. While Saylor averted from answering the questions directly, he described Musk as enthusiastic about the Bitcoin. He is just as enthusiastic as I am. Furthermore, MicroStrategy CEO believes that Musk would like to work with BTC community to make the asset mining even greener. After the NASDAQ-listed giant announced its first multi-million-dollar BTC purchase in August last year, Saylor has become one of the most prominent supporters of the primary cryptocurrency. Since then, numerous more buys followed, which resulted in substantial stash. Or, Saylor recently pointed out himself during the crash, entities I control have now acquired 111,000 Bitcoin and have not sold a single Satoshi Bitcoin forever. For those of you who don't know what Satoshi is, that is 1/100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So when it comes to Bitcoin, you don't just need to have one. If that's too much for you, you can buy 1/1 millionth of one. So that's 0.000000001. Go to the 100 million spot of that. And that's how many times a Bitcoin can be broken apart. But woo, kudos, Michael Saylor, very smart man. If I were you, I would go on YouTube and watch some of his that he talks about Bitcoin. Very smart, very wise, and it will help educate you. All right, finally, last article. Europe and US may soon take the lead in Bitcoin mining, says major Chinese pool. The latest crackdown could push Chinese Bitcoin mining industry back to the state of 2014. An expert argued. Jiang Sauer, the operator of a major Chinese mining pool, the Bitmining, argued that the latest crackdown on crypto in the country would likely lead to miners relocating their activity to Europe and the US, as pointed out by journalist Colin Wu. The worst case may be that the large-scale mines are closed and China's Bitcoin mining will return back to the state of 2014-2015. Small miners put a few at home, middle miners find a house to put dozens of machines for mining, large miners find a remote and small hydro power station, said Jiang. Jiang Zhao, one of China's largest, here's his tweet, said that miners will no longer be open to Chinese investors and mines in North America, joint mining is a mining investment service he provides to investors. The Wu blockchain tweets, a Chinese who operating some mines overseas told me that most Chinese miners thought that the construction of overseas mines was way too expensive, almost 10 times the price in China, but after last night, he received a lot of inquiries. He also noted that previous construction mining farms overseas was considered too expensive for local miners, as costs could be 10 times higher than in China, but many of them have changed their minds after this week's statements from the government. As Crypto Slate reported, Chinese authorities have published several anti-crypto announcements earlier this week, leading to at least 2 major dips on the market. I know, China, thank you for those bud dips, all those fake articles shaking the market, but hey, gave a lot of us who knew what was going on a chance to buy in some more. So let's continue. First, 3 industry bodies under China's central banks called for a ban on financial institutions on online payment channels and cryptocurrencies. Then the government cracked down on Bitcoin mining as well. Mitigating social risks, according to Jiang, one of the main aims of the new policies is to protect retail investors from risks associated with crypto trading and mining. That is to say, individual mining is allowed and you can bear profits and losses yourself. But financial capital is not allowed to intervene in mining, which will cause social risk due to losses, Jiang explained. In other words, China's government wants to protect the general public from any losses that could result from investing in cryptocurrencies and mining. And while this is not a blanket ban on the industry, or at least for now, it can still result in the relocation of significant portion of Bitcoin mining capacities to other countries. Mining in China may change from the large family miners, even if it causes 50% of its mining machines to fail to operate. There is no problem for the Bitcoin system, but the top mining pools may become European and American mining pools, Jiang concluded. Michael Saylors tweeted, a crackdown on miners in China would radically reduce the carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining, increase the profitability of all remaining Bitcoin miners, reduce nagging China FUD, support progress toward our ESG goals, and drive up the value of BTC. We should be so lucky. Zero Hedge tweeted with that. China is the Bitcoin bear's biggest friend. As long as Bitcoin can be mined in China, it is dirty. When China bans Bitcoin mining, the anti-ESG case collapses. So in his turn, MicroStrategy CEO Mike Saylor, who invested several billions of dollars in Bitcoin over the past few months, argued that China's crackdown is actually very good for Bitcoin. That is right. So yeah, kudos. That is a great article. Yeah, so if you're a miner, be glad that you're in Europe or US, because we're going to be the leading giants of it all. Woo! Oh man, so many articles. So many. Ay. All right, let's look at the coin market cap of the day. Bitcoin is at 37,797. It's up 1.23% from yesterday. Ethereum's down 23.11. Cardano's down to $1.50. Binance Coin's 305. Doge is at 34 cents. Come on, Doge, let's go back down to a penny. XRP is at 91 cents. Polkadot's 22. Bitcoin Cash is 647. Litecoin 172. And Theta 704. Tron's at 7 cents. Filecoin's at 73. If you want to take a look at your coins out there, go to CoinMarketCap. I think they display a better price than Coinbase offers. And lastly, let's take a look at the Fear to Greed Index of the day. It's always nice to see. So in the crypto world, the Fear to Greed Index is at a 14 for a day. It's a little lower from or higher than yesterday's extreme fear of 12. So people are getting a little bit more comfortable. But as always, people, you got to remember that crypto market behavior is very emotional. People tend to get greedy, and when the market is rising, which results in FOMO, fear of missing out. Also, people often sell their coins in irrational reaction of seeing red numbers. Without our fear and greed index, we try to save you from your own emotional overreactions. So extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. Woo! Whoa, boy. Yes. Haha, we did it, people. We did it. Great show. Great news article. Stretch that back. For those of you still here and watching, thank you so much. If you didn't like this video beforehand, do it right now. Give me that thumbs up. Subscribe, share with your friends. And as always, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but I'll definitely be here on Monday. So as always, people, stay classy, and I'll see you again. Bye.